Hello traders and investors, this is a Bitcoin technical analysis video. In this video I will weigh the pros and cons of a Bitcoin cycle top going by a confluence of factors. First, let's begin with the 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle has a distinct pattern of a 3-year long uptrend followed by a year-long downtrend. Then from 2018 until 2021, also a 3-year long uptrend followed by a year-long, a bit more of a downtrend, and we are already past the 3-year mark, and we did have a top on October 6th. Does it necessarily mean that the 4-year cycle will continue to play as a major factor in Bitcoin's price action? No. Can the cycles become more extended? Yes. However, going by the past performance of Bitcoin, we are already past the 1060 or 1070 days, and a top in October fits very nicely with the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. Let's proceed. What other evidence do we have of a top? We have a very pronounced Wyckoff distribution pattern. We had the buying climax on July of 2025, an uptrust in August, and an uptrust after distribution in October. As far as the distribution schematic is concerned, this distribution shows complete. The only thing that we are missing now is the last point of supply, meaning that I expect Bitcoin to retest the range low of the distribution schematic. Okay, it will probably exceed the 107 or the 108 mark, but it will get rejected. If it will get rejected, in Wyckoff terminology, it is considered a last point of supply, and it is a signal that the distribution is complete and Bitcoin is going lower. Now, besides the Wyckoff distribution, we also have two classical charting patterns. The first is the head and shoulders pattern, which is a reversal pattern with the neckline currently being retested together with the range low of the Wyckoff distribution pattern. Should it be a successful retest, then we are looking at lower prices. How low? Let's try and calculate. We are talking approximately 15%, which gets us to 86K. Another classical charting is the broadening top. A broadening top is indicative of a major bull market cycle top. This pattern has formed, but it wasn't breached yet. So technically speaking, yes, it is still possible for Bitcoin to make one more high going by this pattern to approximately 127K and then reject. However, if the price goes below the lower trend line, then you can pretty much say that this pattern was activated and that yes, we are going lower. Okay, going by the market structure. Market structure is maybe the most important factor because the price wins in any argument. So far, we don't have a confirmation of a trend reversal. For a confirmation of a trend reversal, we need 2 lower highs and 2 lower lows. Okay, so if now Bitcoin makes a lower high below 116K and proceeds to make a lower low, especially if it will be below 98K, which is a weekly level, then it will be unarguable that Bitcoin has reversed to the downside. As long as we don't have a lower high and a lower low, we are missing one lower high and one lower low, you could say that the market structure does not confirm a trend reversal. Let's look at the Elliott wave count. Now this is the common count. Most people that are counting Elliott waves count this Bitcoin's price action since November of 2022 in this way: wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 as an ending diagonal which completed wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave is missing. Now, do we always have to get the last fifth wave in an ending diagonal? No, because the tops are exactly when everything goes wrong, and maybe it will be a truncated fifth wave, meaning that it will not go all the way, maybe just to the middle of the rising wedge and then proceed lower, or maybe it will be missing entirely. The fact that Bitcoin breached the trend line, the wedge's trend line, is not a good sign, but it still doesn't invalidate one more push to the upside. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If Bitcoin crosses above 116K, then maybe we are going to get one more high. At the moment, the Elliott wave count doesn't conclusively show a top in place. What other evidence do we have? I think that not many Bitcoin analysts look at the dollar, but because Bitcoin is trading against the dollar, it's worth following. Currently, the DXY is at resistance at the 100 mark. Okay, the 100 mark is a psychological level as well. As long as Bitcoin is below 100, it's a point in favor of Bitcoin. But should we see something like this, Bitcoin going above 100, DXY, going above 100 and holding it, then we can assume that the dollar is going way higher, probably to around 121. And in this kind of an environment, I don't believe that Bitcoin can continue with its uptrend. Now, assuming that the top is in, what's going to happen next? Currently, Bitcoin is in a relief rally. We traded this rally. I gave this trade on Twitter. I communicated my entry, and I am trading this relief rally primarily as an insurance policy, if you like, because I cannot tell what tomorrow will bring, but I'm already short as well from 124K. If we will see Bitcoin trying to breach the 108 mark and getting rejected, this is a sign that the distribution process is over, it's done with, and this is the last point of supply, and this is where you take a short trade with the stop loss above the previous high, which is at 116K. If Bitcoin will be accommodating and give us a lower high, lower than 116, then of course I will lower my stop loss, okay? And a retest of 8K, as resistance is the trigger for a short trade. How low can it go in the first wave of the A wave of the bear market? Because we are expecting an ABC, meaning wave A to the downside, wave B relief rally, and wave C to the downside. So how low can it go? According to this cipher pattern, it could go as low as 65 or 66K. Going by the price action and the support, I think that 75K is a reasonable target for this trade, and this will be my take profit target, 75K. That's all I have for you on Bitcoin. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.